Give my name and all that. Mark McKinnon, M-A-R-K, M-C, capital K-I-N-N-O-N. I'm the Public Affairs Officer for the Georgia Department of Natural Resources Law Enforcement Division. And so I'll kind of give you an update here, and then any questions you got afterwards will be fine. So we have been searching. We're working with Cherokee County Fire, Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and all have boats on the water searching for Jackson Croft. Our ultimate goal, and every agency will tell you this, it is a team effort, and our goal is to locate this young man and give this family some closure. They're in a very difficult spot, and so we want to try to make that as easy and as quick as possible, and our guys are working very hard out there. All the agencies are working hard. It's very hot on the water today, and we want to try to bring this to a close pretty quickly. I will tell you they're operating with sector scan sonar. They're working with side scan sonar. We have put divers in the water a few times to check potential targets that the sonar is showing, but we have not located him yet. But that does not mean we are stopping by any means. We will be continuing as long as it takes to locate this young man. We will be suspending the search at 7:30 tonight, and we will be back at 7:30 tomorrow morning to resume the search, and hopefully though we can bring this to a close before that.
If you could give like an acreage estimate of a search area, Mark, that you've done so far, could you give that for us?
I was out at the search area a little earlier, and I would say they're probably looking at a 4-acre search area right now, but it's it's shallow, it's deep, it's got a lot of variation in the bottom. There's some debris in some areas. There's some standing timber in a little bit of it as well. So it is a challenging place. It's also in a bend in the lake where there's a point that sticks out there. It's just a challenging spot to do a grid search and to try to make sure they cover everything, but they are committed to continue to work and to cover the entire area until they can bring this to a close.
How far away is that 4-acre search from this exact location?
From here, this boat ramp, we're looking at probably, I would say about 1.5 miles to 2 miles. Yes, that direction.
When you guys recovered the boat, is there anything to indicate that it could be a wreck or anything like that? You can share?
I don't have any information on the boat itself. I know the boat was recovered, but I don't have any information I don't know that the investigators or anybody has had a chance to go over the boat and look at it that closely yet. That will be coming. But as of now, I don't have any information on the condition of the boat.
Was the boat owned by the team? By Jackson?
I don't know who the official owner of the boat was. But the team was the only one operating the boat, and he was the only one in the boat.
You had noted in your last statement that people should let people know where you're going, your path, a vest. Did any of that apply in this situation? Did you have a vest? Did you let people know where he's supposed to be?
Well, we don't know the answer to that in this particular situation. I'm just saying that as a general rule, people need to have a float plan. If you're going out on the lake, let somebody know you're going and what time you expect to be back and where you're going. Wear a life jacket. People say, well, I'm old enough, I don't really have to. I'm over 13, I don't have to wear my life jacket. That's technically under the law, that is true. But the likelihood of you being able to get a hold of that life jacket if you're in an incident is about as likely as you buckling your seatbelt if you're in a car wreck while the car wreck is going on. It's not going to happen. So the best thing to do is just to wear that life jacket. Another thing you can do, and I don't know if this was the case at all, but there's something called a kill switch that you should wear, which basically means if you're tossed out of the boat, it will kill the engine on that boat. This boat was running and in circles. Now, it's possible that he did have a kill switch on and it somehow malfunctioned. But it is very important that you have those things in place, and that will make your chances much better if something does occur where there is an incident.
We don't know how much experience he had with boating, do we?
And no, I don't know anything about his experience in boating.
Is this officially a recovery effort? Is it still considered potentially a rescue?
We believe that we are in a recovery mode at this time. We believe that we are in the correct area to be searching for him.
Obviously, the family is asking for a lot of privacy, and you can understand why. Can you give us a sense of just how they're coping with all of this?
Well, I've worked a number of these events, and none of them are easy for anyone. And the family is under particularly a lot of stress, and that is to be expected. I know if it were my family, I would be too. And that's a very hard thing to deal with. And so it is so important that we give them time to process what is going on, what is happening, and that's what we're trying to do here at this point in time. Their loved one is still missing, and so we are trying our best to find him. It is also very difficult on the responders and the officers and the firefighters and the divers and all that are out there. This is not the fun part of their job. This is not the part of their job that they enjoy doing. They do it as a sense of service and as a sense of wanting to help this family bring this to a close. And so it's a tough spot to be in, more for the family, but also for the responders.
Is it possible to explain the notification process? I've covered several of these before, obviously. It's somewhat unusual to have as many family members and friends at a particular location like this. Can you explain how that process is done?
Well, notifications are done very differently by different agencies. They all have their own particular policies on that sort of thing. Typically with DNR, our goal initially in an incident is to notify immediate family. So whoever the immediate family is of the individual who is missing or who's been in sort of incident, we notify the immediate family. However, a lot of families will very quickly notify a lot of other family and friends and all, because they have that support around them, and that's a good thing for them to have that support. So I can't really answer that for all agencies, but for DNR, we look for the immediate family and try to get them on board as quickly as we can so they know what is happening every step of the way.
How many, I was going to ask you about, do you know the total number of hours, Mark, that you've been searching since yesterday?
I don't have man hours at this time. We're so focused, we're not looking at any numbers right now. We're so focused on just trying to find this young man.
But you were out searching, you started at 5:30 last night, you went to what, 8:30?
We started at 5:30 last night. I know some of the searchers were still out here at 10:30 last night, so some worked well into the dark. We don't really work overnight. A lot of people ask why not, and it's just not a safe situation for the divers or for the officers when you're out there. It's very dark on the lake, and other boats are still out moving around, fishermen and such, so you got to be very careful out there. So we find it safer to bring them in and then start them fresh the next morning. And sometimes if an officer has so many hours, we try to switch out the crews so that they get some rest as well.
We might get some inclement weather. How will that impact things potentially tomorrow, or maybe that will help in some ways?
Well, yes, we may get some inclement weather tomorrow, and so our goal is, well, first of all, our goal would be to hope to bring this thing to a close today. But if we cannot, we want to be out here first thing 7:30 in the morning and try to get the search going as quickly as possible so we can get as much time as we can. I don't know specifically the forecast, but I believe I've heard that some weather may be coming in mid to late afternoon, so we'll get as many hours as we can with the sonar equipment. Now that does not mean we're stopping the search. We will still continue to search even if it's raining. Obviously if there's lightning, we'll have to call it for a short time, but if there's rain, we'll still be out doing shore sweeps and such, and trying to get the sonar in the water when we can.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Everybody good?
Appreciate it.
All right. We probably will not do another update today unless there is a development. So I've got all of your information. We'll send out emails. Myself or Erica will send you something if we have any new information. And if not, we'll try to shoot you an update sometime in the morning once we get started and see if anything's developing then. But as of now, we're kind of in the same pattern we were earlier. We're still trying our very best to search and get it done.
And you said, again, just to reiterate, you thought about 4 to 5 acre surface area.
I would say it's 4 acres, yeah,
4 acre
probably.
surface. Okay. Thank you, Mark.
Yes.